Everybody, welcome back to the stash. The gameplay trailer for Silent Hill 2 just dropped. I'm gonna do a little reaction here. I'm super stoked to get into this. So without further ado, let's just jump into it, huh? Time to get spooky. Oh, so let me get rid of my mouse there. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this. This looks incredible so far. Like you've never seen it before. Yeah. All stuff we've already seen. We've already seen a lot of this.
Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place.
That looks really, really good. Yeah, there she is!
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pause it right there. Her voice actor sounds incredible. I know people have been really sort of upset back and forth about like the James voice actor and all that stuff like that, but Mary's voice actor sounds really, really good. It's got that sort of like pathetic tone to it that I feel like stuck out to me so much in the first game. Maybe pathetic's the wrong word, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, because you're always constantly flip-flopping between like what really happened with her, like we should feel bad for her, right? Like this whole thing. And her voice actor, whoever this is, I don't know if it's the same person. I'll have to look that up. Or they maybe, because I think they lost originally, right? They lost all the original files. But whoever that is sounds great so far. I'm super into that. Maybe we should turn this down. It's in 2640. No, okay. I just needed a moment.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary.
James, I feel fine about. I feel like James' voice
Mary
sounds a
died
little
of that
older.
Damn disease 3 years ago.
Then maybe he looks.
Is she really alive?
Like as a model, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. Yeah, this looks so good. Atmospherically, this is just like on another level. Just the little leaves blowing across the ground and stuff like that. The reflections are immaculate.
What is this?
I will say distinctly, like the movement definitely feels like the medium. Like the camera and how James's movement looks does feel very Bluebird. Oh, there it is. Music sounds good. Yes, look at this. This looks so good. Not what I do, James. Not what I would do, but sure. Yeah, it's so grimy and derelict. I love this. Interesting. They're changing the first encounter. Yo, look at that. I'm gonna let this play through. Oh! Take it. Yeah, got it. Swing away, Meryl. Okay. Oh, all of a sudden, keep going for a second. Wow. Okay. So first off, I imagine that's going to be tricky for some people, Silent Hill fans. That it doesn't take place at sort of the end of the road in a construction barricade like the original did. You don't see it sort of like slipping underneath cars and stuff like that. It happens in the back. But I do like that it sort of feels like a reference to 1 a little bit. How like the first time you're encountering the monsters is like in the back alleys of the town of Silent Hill instead of just like out in the street. I don't give a shit that it doesn't happen out there. That doesn't really matter to me. It looks great. The zipper thing up the back is super interesting. It definitely brings out more of that like straitjacket, sort of how the original ones felt like. But I mean, they also reference sort of like blankets and stuff like that. These feel, and of course this is like weird, and if you don't know Silent Hill 2, I imagine you do, or else you wouldn't be watching this. They don't feel like as sexual as the original ones were portrayed as being slightly, which I don't really have a problem with. I think like the weird psychosexual elements of the creatures is definitely still going to be present. I mean, I love this last shot of James just sort of standing over it. He seems even a little bit colder than I feel like you maybe expect him to be, which, depending how you feel about what James actually did, is interesting. I mean, I love that. The combat looked really good. It was funny he was kind of being like grappled by one of them, but I mean, they do kind of grapple you. It looks great though. The combat definitely looks even better than it did in the combat trailer. So far, I mean, I'm super stoked for that. Guess spoiler for how we're gonna find the first one, but I mean, that looks great. The shot looks amazing. Even the handprints and dust on the coffee table there. But all right, let's keep going. Interesting, the red around the border of the screen. We won't have to go in and out of the start menu so much. People will probably have a problem with that. I like that though. Ye old nutrition supplement. Oh, very cool, very cool. We have a little thing on the side there. We have an inventory on the side.
Where are you, Mary?
That's really sick, actually. I really like that. Look, I know that's like, people are going to be like, that's not how the original was. You got to open the menu as inventory management. I'm sure there's still a ton of inventory management in the game. That is a huge quality of life improvement, though, to like see how many you have, and to not go in every time. I think it'll streamline the game. And remember, yes, this is for us who have played the game before, but this is also people who have never played the game ever. And people are used to much more streamlined, less menus nowadays. So just cool your jets. Narla. Ely's baby. I mean, that's great. And he marks the map. I love that. I love that little thing. They always heard the sound, and you had the mark, but we never got to like see him do it. Oh man, they're dropping everybody. They're dropping Laura.
What you got there?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
2024 diss track dropping. Brookhaven, baby. Oh, and there she is. There's our girl. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna pause right there. The only thing I will say is some of this does seem still a little bit early. Like the voice acting did not seem to totally fit that. It sounded like it was like had a little too much reverb, like it was in a room still being recorded. I imagine that'll all get mastered down because this isn't come out till October 8th now, I think is what I saw before I watched this. So that's my only complaint there. But I mean, she looked great. This is awesome. Iconic scene. And Brookhaven, I mean, we all have PTSD, I think.
Where did she go?
Oh, look at Maria. Interesting. Yeah, cool. I mean, I dig the vibe. They've changed the model a little bit, but I totally dig the vibe.
I don't know. Let's look around.
The little pink tips in her hair, too. I mean, this looks great. This looks so smooth. That's what I was expecting, though, if I'm being totally honest with you.
This place feels so empty.
Yeah, because see that? The
More than
sound
the other
sounded really well
places we've
mixed. I
been.
think it's fine. Interesting. The save spot. We saw the save spot right there. Saw a glowing red. Little one. Saw us through crucial patience. I like how inside it feels like more daylight a little bit. I love horror in the daylight. I think that's huge. I think it's off-putting. That's really cool. Bubblehead nurse's baby. I have to say, I'm just gonna pause really fast. I have to say right off the bat, I really like that she feels alive on her own. The way that she's like looking at the photo and stuff like that, that's pretty cool. Not as much of sort of like a mindless NPC. It's very creepy because like it's warmer outside than it was when they went in. It like cranks up the nostalgia somehow. Like the other world feels too warm almost on the outside. Or the real world.
Laura! Wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it.
Bro, this looks so good.
Now. Where's that girl?
Woo! I mean, that radio is iconic, the way it sounds. That pitch, though. That pitch. There's like a specific pitch. Oh, she's gonna be at the end of the hall. Come on. Come on, put her there. Yeah, there she is. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'll talk about it in a second. I'll watch the rest of this. Interesting. So I know it's been done to death because we saw the combat trailer. It looks to be like there's a slightly little dodge thing. So that sort of seems like it's kind of confirmed here that there's a little backstep or something like that. Also, he fluidly brought out the pipe like immediately without having to go into the menus, which is, again, a quality of life thing that I think will be really cool. Especially since if you know Silent Hill, a lot of times you're trying to save all that ammo so that you know what I mean? Like once you get the creature on the ground or something, you finish it off with your lead pipe or, you know, whatever melee weapon you have. So it's kind of cool that it instantly slips into that. The combat definitely looks more smooth than it did in the combat trailer. Like it looks legitimate. I think people are probably going to complain that it probably looks a bit too fluid. Like James is okay at fighting. I'm sure people are going to have something to say about that. Because with the little dodge and stuff like that, like he feels very combat worthy. But again, we have to think this game is coming out in 2024. There are other people who have never played Silent Hill or who have only played maybe sort of like the not so great last couple, that they're going to expect a level of fluidity to the combat, and original tank controls are just going to turn too many people off. The stop and hit, stop and shoot. It still feels pretty stagnant though. Like it doesn't look like it doesn't look like you're that mobile, but that little dodge is definitely quite different. And a crosshair. I mean, I didn't even mention that, but that's definitely. Okay, my only complaint so far is that little sort of highlight on objects of interest, that little sort of like small white circle that comes up when like there's a door that you can open or like something that you could pick up. Without a HUD, which this doesn't have, thankfully, I feel like it's a little weird that it highlights some of that stuff. I liked in the original that they just had sort of like a little sparkle or something on like a specific object of interest, but like doors themselves didn't and stuff like that. I don't love that. If I had to nitpick, I don't love that. Yeah, see like that on the bear right there? That sort of like breaks the immersion for me. Like if I don't know. Looks great though. Well, I hope you got your tetanus shot up to date, James. If the plank of wood with rusty nails through it didn't do it, that bent needle definitely will. Love a shotgun. Yeah, that. Now that I saw that little thing, I can't actually unsee it. Ah, ammo right next to you. Interesting. Oh! Ah, she looks good though. Yes, the Jacob's Ladder head shake. So there's also a little ammo counter on the bottom right. Interesting. The ammo counter on the bottom right. That's definitely different, too. God, that's repulsive. It's interesting that it's raining now outside this window. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, of course, we know that. And now it's not. No, it is. It's raining. Interesting. It was sunny in the one shot, obviously, and then in that one we just saw it raining. I wonder if that means they'll put like real-time weather effects into the game. Kind of weird. I feel like I'd have to wait and see how I feel about that. Or I guess that could have been like, maybe that's not rain. Maybe am I forgetting something? Is there like something that's leaking in the original game in a room like that? I don't know. Maybe I'm off. If I'm off, let me know in the comments. I might be off. I don't know if I exactly remember that specific detail. Real-time weather effects would be strange, though. I feel like, because so many people, like the fog world is so iconic. I feel like if you were putting rain there, that would be interesting. It's a strong choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice, everyone. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. I'm just saying real-time weather effects. I wonder. No, they haven't shown us Angela, so nothing yet. Except
Laura,
nice music.
why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying! Laura, I'm sorry.
Laura's character model is really cool.
Fine! Don't believe me! See if I care!
Little brat.
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura,
It's important.
what is it?
A letter
I take it back. James looks great,
from Mary.
and his voice actor is really good.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Look at her little shit-eating grin. She looks great. That little brat. That little shit-eating grin. That's great. That little look she gave him when she put her at the door. You just know she's full of shit.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here. Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Let me out of here, you little brat.
In your dreams, fart face.
Please open the door.
Oh,
There's
man.
something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about it. I
See
wanna
ya,
wait for
fart
this.
face.
I wanna wait for this to keep going. I'm too in it. Yo! Okay, I'm gonna talk about all that in a second. I just wanted to let that play out. Anything? Anything at the end? Look at that, baby. October 8th. Cannot come soon enough. Cannot come soon enough. All right, Konami. Wow. So Laura's character model looks great. She's such, I mean, if you've played the game, you know she's such a brat. She's constantly locking you and stuff. And that little shit-eating grin she gave him there was like, oof, that was so good. Yeah, I think James has actually grown on me. I think like maybe just in that first one, he's like kind of putting an affectation into his voice that I'm not used to. But in that scene specifically, he looked really, really good. And like his face model looks like really, really excellent now as well. I mean, everybody knows that iconic sort of like flesh lip, you know, those creatures, the three creatures that kind of come down. And you're like, that's really the first test of the shotgun. So it was kind of cool that we got a little, just like the quick cutaways of their mouths moving and stuff like that. Such a disgustingly creepy monster. I mean, this is super exciting. This is great. I'm absolutely gonna pre-order this. I know people have a lot to say about this, and I understand, right? Like Silent Hill 2 is a classic. I don't have to tell any of you watching this that. I mean, obviously that's how we all feel, but at the same time, I think we're making Silent Hill for a new age as well. There's so many new people that this game potentially could, you know, onboard. It was like when Elden Ring came out and all of a sudden everybody started playing Dark Souls because they realized, oh, we really like this, you know what I mean? And old Dark Souls fans were like, well, Elden Ring's not very hard, you know, all this stuff like that. And I'm a huge FromSoft fan. And I think like, yeah, there's obviously going to be some change in this. We saw there's some quality of life changes. You don't go into the menu nearly as much. We didn't get to see much of a menu there, so that's kind of a bummer. I would have liked to see the menu and see if some of the old sound effects and stuff are still in there. My only big gripe about this was that weird little white marker that seems to pop up on like pieces of interest or like, you know, areas of interest or some, you know, objects. I feel like hopefully maybe there'll be an option to turn those off. I sort of like the idea of aimlessly exploring, especially since I know the game, and if they've slightly changed places of things, which they might have, I'd be really into that, sort of like the remakes of Resident Evil. I mean, overall, this is super exciting. I feel like, look, if this isn't your thing and you don't want to do it, you can just go play the original game. It's always going to be there, you know. You can play it on you can just like, you can literally play it on the PlayStation Store, or go load up the OG, or you know what I mean. The real truth is a lot of people probably played it on 360. If we're being totally honest with you, how many people actually played it on PlayStation 2 when it came out? I feel like unless you're a certain age, you didn't, which is definitely aging myself. Yeah, this is great. I'm super, super excited. I could dive into it more, but I mean, thanks for sticking around for my initial reaction. You can hang out, you know, give us a like, sub, see what else I have on the channel. I do a lot of stuff like that. I've got more Silent Hill stuff coming out soon. But yeah, that was really cool. I'm really, really, really excited about this. I said really like 4 times in a row, but I am. I think this is gonna be amazing. I think I'm gonna have to do another playthrough, just, you know, like right at the end of September, just so that I can, you know, go into it and feel like, oh wow, really get a great comparison. But overall, this was great. I'm really hyped. So until next time, stay spooky, my friends, and I will see you very, very soon.